you're going to like the show.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The lone back's got it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the Gators will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So the UCF Knights offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will.
It's a seam wide open. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! Fired in from the red zone, throwing the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. And 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. Finds space on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The RPO, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The play action fake. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The earth is shaking. Bounce house living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Oh, they're after him. Turns it loose deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed.
Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flank.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left, wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Morton. This one's complete. Oh, what a cut! Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Lost the throw again. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks.
Next going for the goal line. And he'll finish the ride in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in a shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the play call on offense. I like trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
The inside handoff. Got enough for the first. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. On target over the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Gators have moved it inside the 20. They'll run play action. Got his man quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a better play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it.
Touchdown, Florida! Snap. End zone to give them 6.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
And he'll bring it back. Slips through the line. Just a tremendous return. Great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Dropping back, it's Morton. And his throw is incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Ready to fire from the pistol. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Connection to the right. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. The give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Powers through the defender. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving forward just a few. The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help you see it. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Daniels. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job on the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. To the air, it's Morton. Oh, better look out! He snagged him, and he'll be stopped short of 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Knights in the hurry-up. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Got a man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete.
holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it to the last possible second. And the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hurtado. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're going back to the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same goal. And the Gators are at the line, looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. At the 45, on its way. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Gators, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second.
Pocket breaking down. Keeps it himself and gets the first. They'll get him down at the 38 after the 15-yard gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Dropping back, it's Morton. Moving away from pressure. Got his man on the right. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here we go. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw. Touchdown, UCF! And the short pass to put the 6 on the board. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Dropping back, it's Morton. Flushed out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
From the gun, the ground game. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Still running up the 40. And he'll be right out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
The Knights are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB Singh. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The Knights in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback making checks. Trying play action. Quarterback extends the play. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
On target to the left. Touchdown, Knights! And they add 6 more to the Bourne trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, there's being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on.
Heel off one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure.
Looking deep. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCF!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Michigan State made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Spartans. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Got his man in the middle. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Man, I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Gators send out the punt unit. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The run from the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air. It's Morton. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Takes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Gators! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. Got him up for the 1st down. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Morton. Fires left. It's caught. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Despite coming up short on the previous 2 4th down attempts, this offense will try it here again. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. A short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Reads it, fires complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Screen pass just not working. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and...
There he goes! Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He makes the grab. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Knights are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the running back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for this offense. Toward the goal line. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
Loss of 6.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long. Offense, whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Now improvising. Did the work himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak.